Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Eliel. In this incarnation, we are here in one more day to talk about the astrological sky. So today, finally, Mercury entered in Leo. It is going to stay there until August 5th. And we have to take in account that Leo, Mercury in August is going to be retrograde. So it is going to come back to the last degrees of Leo. I will talk about this later, but I always mention the shadow period, which is the mathematical degrees that Mercury goes through that are going to be reviewed in the retrogradation. I mean, those days are very important because the experiences and the events that we go through are going to be reviewed later. So, I will mention that. This Mercury is, let's remember that Mercury is the planet that rules our mental processes and communication. So here it invites us to express ourselves authentically, irradiating our light, to be who we are. This is a very creative mind too, it is linked with a lot of creativity, the expression of ourselves, looking for the game, to play with experiences, to enjoy them too. So we are going to talk about the polarities or the shadows, the expressions of this Mercury, because as I mentioned in the video of the energies of the week, it is making this opposition with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, which is very active today and tomorrow. It is going to be perfected tomorrow, but these 2 days are still active. And these aspects are very new in a certain way. We are discovering them. So, this Mercury, Leo is a sign that is ruled by the sun. So when it expresses its polarities, its shadows, it expresses the inherent qualities of the ego. I don't know if I invented that word. It could be, but for example, wanting to have the reason is something that this Mercury could have. This obstination is something very associated to the fixed signs. And also, Leo is this archetype of the queen and the king. And in a certain way, we are all kings and queens of our own experiences. We are the co-creators of our experiences, but we have to understand that everyone is their own center. Everyone is seeing everything through their own perception. So beyond the things that I already said about this opposition with Pluto, dynamics of manipulation, and these kind of things, I think the invitation with this opposition is about to empowering ourselves and transform mental patterns that are preventing us from expressing in an authentic way. Because Pluto is this planet that comes to destroy, is this planet that comes to give death to whatever thing is not right now collaborating anymore. It is not working for our evolution. So both Aquarius and Leo are energies of authenticity. Right now, we are called to do things differently. And this is given in the context of the new moon in Cancer, which is about recognizing a lot of patterns of our families, patterns that we have brought until this point, even of our lives, of other lives, of other experiences of the past. That right now we could recognize that we have to let go of. So, I think this is the most important thing about this transit to take in account. And today also we have the retrogradation of Neptune. It is going to be retrograde until December of this year. And I commented a little bit about this. Neptune is this planet that in a symbolic way, it is associated with redemption, but we know that we are going through that in a literal way. This is the redemption of humanity. We are at the end of the times in the world as we knew it. And that's why it is very important, this connection with spirituality. with our own soul, our capacity to hear our intuition and to trust in that path. And I think the greatest challenge of Neptune, it is linked with that, in trusting in the things that we feel inside that are the correct for us. But maybe we cannot understand entirely with the logic, with the rational mind, because Neptune transcends the rational mind. It is a transpersonal. So it is very important to understand that the intuitive knowledge, it is about transcending the rational mind. So we expand uh, the knowledge, the spiritual knowledge that we could acquire is something that accompany us and help us to understand in a better way. But mainly the lesson with Neptune, it is about trusting in our intuitive guidance and in the things that we don't see but we feel. But also in all these years, it has brought lessons of deceits, self-deceits, of facing the things that we didn't face, of escapisms, of evasions, these kind of things, of a spirituality that is a bypass. Because, well, we have to remember that Saturn is also in Pisces, and it is there to say to us that spirituality needs this application. I mean, we can work inside, we can work in our emotions, in our mind, in everything, but if our actions are not changing here in the matter, if we are not doing things in a different way, then there is no application of spirituality. We know that this takes constancy, perseverance. These are qualities of Saturn too, but it is important to do the application, because that is the rectification that we came here to do. That is doing our part in this collective redemption. And Neptune, as the planet that tells us that everything is unity, is telling us that this redemption is not given, it is not a battle between darkness and light. It is the transcendence of that. It is understanding that we are all united and there are things outside that are reflecting the corrections that we have to do. Of course, there are people that can do deceits, that can manipulate, that can use their power to, in a distorted way. But that is a reflection of what we have created as a society. And Neptune is telling us that right now the redemption is the transcendence with love of the things that we do need to correct. And let's remember that love is not absence of healthy boundaries, it's not allowing the abuse either. And, this is more a topic of linked with Pluto, the abuses of power. So the last thing that I wanted to mention, to add, we are going to feel increasingly the transit between Mars and Uranus in Taurus. And we are going to feel it by the next week with a lot of strength. And, well, many times these transits could also be associated to accidents and these kind of things. I don't believe in accidents, because I think everything is synchronicity. I mean, everything is happening with a purpose at the present moment. So it is important to take in account that, well, unexpected and sudden things could happen. But Uranus is a planet of changes and the revolution, the from my perspective, the revolution that we can do in here is precisely that: evolve by taking our material and immaterial resources to put them at the service of the soul, to put them at the service of the purposes that we came here to do. That is the greatest revolution that we can do in terms of economy, in terms of the resources and how we are managing them as humanity. And I am saying this because this could also, of course, manifest in other kinds of revolutions that could be violent, even because Mars is an energy that, when it is not channeled with consciousness, could be expressed in aggressiveness. So, well, it is in us, to choose how to channel this. And of course, this is about to give a space to our anger. We could feel anger, and it is important to give a space to that. It is not about judging the emotion. It is what we do with the emotion. So, well, family, I am ending this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.